Hi, I'm Mia, and today I'll be comparing high school in the Netherlands with high school in the United States. In this presentation, I'm going to explain the major differences in school structure, curriculum, class choices, sports culture, and teacher expectations between Dutch and American schools. I'll also highlight what research says about these differences and what the U.S. could improve on. The information I'll be taking is from an interview with a Dutch student named Myra Kent. Myra grew up in the Netherlands and is now living in Amsterdam. She was an exchange student in the United States, specifically Texas, where she attended high school for a whole school year. I chose to interview her because she's had that firsthand experience of education in both countries and would have valuable information on the major differences that she noticed. And what's even makes it more special is that my family was Myra's host family during her time in the U.S., so that's just another way I get to connect to her through this. So one of the biggest differences is how students are placed in schools. In the Netherlands, students take a national test at the end of elementary school, and that score determines which level of high school that they get to attend. Everyone within that level takes mostly the same classes, while in the U.S., everyone goes to the same type of high school, and students pick classes based on their own interest. And the Dutch system is more structured, while the American system offers more flexibility. Then with class preferences, in the United States, students have a lot of freedom to choose electives like culinary arts, child development, business, and a lot of others. This just creates a lot more variety in student schedules, while in the Netherlands, students don't choose classes until after their first year of high school, and even then they choose from packages rather than individual classes, which I didn't know about. And Myra said that the U.S. system made things feel easier because she could pick what she liked. Then with curriculum, the Dutch curriculum is more academically focused and consistent across the country. Students typically study several languages, strong math and science courses, and global focused topics, while in the United States, the curriculum mixes academic subjects with lots of electives. Myra mainly noticed that American high schools focus heavily on U.S. history and don't teach enough global history. Then with sports and school spirit, sports culture is one of the biggest culture differences that she said she noticed. In the Netherlands, school sports basically don't exist. Students can join community clubs instead. There are no pep rallies, mascots, spirit events, any of that. While in the U.S., sports are a major part of the school identity. Students attend games, pep rallies, and school spirit is a major deal. And yeah, quoted from Myra, she said the pep rallies were very strange to her, very different from what she was used to. Then with teachers and standards, Myra said she felt American teachers were nice and strict during class, but not very strict about homework and assignments. She said success in American classrooms depends on participating, sitting near the front, asking questions, while in the Netherlands, teachers follow a stricter academic plan and expectations because students must actually prepare for those national exams. Now, what research tells us is it supports a lot of what Myra has experienced. The Netherlands consistently scores higher than the U.S. in reading, math, and science on international assessments. That's mainly because the Dutch curriculum is academically rigorous and nationally consistent. But research also shows that American schools excel in creativity, student engagement, and offering extracurriculars that help students feel more connected. So both systems do have their strengths and weaknesses. And then, how could the U.S. school system improve? Based on Myra's experience and on research, there's a lot of different ways I feel that the U.S. could improve with their schools. They could start with teaching more world history and global content, not just American topics. They could also strengthen their academic rigor by focusing more on essential subjects. Another improvement might be creating optional academic pathways similar to the Dutch system so students learn at the level that fits them best. And then finally, schools could just improve on nutrition and maintain a good balance between fun activities and academics, so side things to what the academic plan is. And then summarizing this with my opinion is that Dutch schools do offer strong academics and structured learning, while American high schools offer flexibility, school spirit, and fun experiences. Understanding the strengths of each system can help us think a lot about how to build a better educational experience for all students. So, yeah, thank you.